Now, long ago, there had been numerous shows that aired on PBS that were about maybe 15 or 20 minutes and what have you, and they were called instructional programs or instructional television programs. Most of those had come from, well, some PBS stations or from what PBS stations did with the Agency for Instructional Technology, or television as it was known as back in the day, or its precursor, National Instructional Television. But I'll be talking about those in future episodes if this one does well. So prepare yourselves. I think you know what stuff is about measuring and what have you. Well, in the mid 70s, we got a show that did that. And this doesn't get a lot of talk about, except we got the intro up on YouTube. But I think it's time we talk about this show. So I ask you, do you remember the TV show known as The Metric System? Well, you're about to find out as I talk about it right now on Do You Remember? Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews presents Do You Remember? Greetings, my fellow YouTubers. I'm Noel, the Big D to you. This is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Back again with the second installment of my new series, Do You Remember? Where I talk about long lost TV shows or shows that people just haven't talked about much. Well, this time I'm going to be talking about a show that has never been talked about, not even on YouTube. Now, of course, the intro for this show is on here, and if it hadn't been for the American Archives, I would have never found this show and visit this for the first time in years. The show I'm about to talk about is a show about, well, having kids learn about a certain little system that, well, teaches how to measure things by centimeters, liters, and I don't know what have you. It's a pretty good show, and I'm glad to have seen it again. So now, without further ado, I ask, do you remember the TV show known as The Metric System? The Metric System. It was a PBS series that originally premiered in 1974. Now, its purpose was like a precursor to Square One TV, and it made it feel like you were seeing an actual TV station in a show. Well, that's what the metric system was. The series was produced by the Mississippi Center for Public Broadcasting, which of course better known to you now as Mississippi Public Broadcasting, and after this, the latter would be the Mississippi Center for Educational Television, who would also co-produce the Right Channel with AIT in 1978. I'll talk about that in a future episode. But anyway, I think this is going to be fun to talk about. Each episode of the metric system focuses on various topics and what have you. Now, 3 episodes are available here. I will give you the link to this in in my description of this video, okay? And I'm going to say it's very good. Now, its intro here kind of makes you feel like you're seeing it. Now, if you've seen the intro, then you'll know that it'll make you feel like you're seeing a Schoolhouse Rock music video or something like that. But even so, I think this is a great program. I think it'll help your kids learn all about measuring things and what have you. Now, the 3 episodes that are available in the video I will give you in my description and what have you will be on the episodes. What is the metric system? It's all based on the meter and comparing units of volume. Now, let me give you a few rundown of some of the clips. Well, among some of the more popular ones. This is their news segment. Starts out every episode. I don't know the people's names who play these characters. This is Howard Newday doing the first news segment. They usually have 2 or 3 of these in each episode. They also have a little animated segments as well. They even have little puppets and what have you. I'll show you one that has some puppets that spoofs a certain PBS show in a little bit. Now, there's also music videos and what have you. And there's also another fun segment. Here's another. Now, this here's a little bit of the intro to Harvey and the Professor. This was another segment on the metric system. I know it's spoof some. I can't guarantee what it is, though. But I will say this is a fun segment. It's about this boy, Harvey, who's trying to learn about some of the stuff that goes on in the metric system. But of course, he gets help from the professor, though. There he is. Now, this is Metric Man. This is another segment. They use well, actual human heads and I don't know what have you for this segment with a little puppets and what have you. That there's Metric Man's arch nemesis, the Inchworm, and he's always trying to stop this bad guy and what have you. Metric Man's really a school teacher, but whenever there's trouble, he'll become the superhero Metric Man, which of course is parodied of Superman and what have you. I gotta say, this is a segment I do know after revisiting this series and what have you. Yep, there's Metric Man even as we speak. This is from an episode. This is Centimeter Street. It featured a parody of PBS's own Sesame Street. That is the Cootie-like character, a Big Bug. A parody of Big Bird, of course. With this little girl trying to fill up some with, well, it focuses on a leader. And this is Art and Bernie. Parody of Ernie and Bert. Now, Jim Henson was actually nice enough to let them kind of do a little take on these popular Sesame Street characters, make them look like different colors, as you can see. You can actually find the full clip of this on the Muppet Wikia page on YouTube. Well, I mean the YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? And here's Measure for Tomorrow, which, of course, that title is a play on the hit soap opera, Search for Tomorrow. Which this is a pretty funny little take. Now then, I really don't know how many episodes of the metric system were produced and aired, but they do show you how to tell you all the things about the units of measuring and the units of volume and all that stuff. Meters, liters, grams, just about lots of other things of measuring and what have you. So I just decided to give you the little segments I'm familiar with. There's also funny takes of game shows and talent shows or maybe comedy sketches and I don't know what have you. If you've never seen the Matrix System, I think I'd recommend you give this show a shot. I will leave you again. I will give you I'll leave the link for the video with the 3 episodes on in the description box. I know somebody else has already done it for one of the vids with the intro. Sorry, I'm getting tongue tied though. But anyway, that's all I'm going to tell you about this show. So tell me, what did you think of the metric system? Did you ever watch this show? But I would recommend you watch the show first before you getting ideas of leaving the comment and what have you. If you already watched this, well, it's okay. Just watch the video anyway. So that's going to do for this episode. Do you remember? We will do this again next year, early next year, if this does well, okay? And mind you, I might focus on something else, but I want to try and focus on some other instructional TV shows. I want to try and focus on maybe shows like Think About and let's see, Inside Out, and of course the Right Channel. We'll see. But anyway, that's going to do it. If you like this video, click the like button, click the subscribe button to subscribe and be a part of the Big D Nation. And join me next time when I bring to you my spoiler-free review of Good Burger 2. So I do hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, check out the TV logs for these two particular shows that came on PBS, that were on PBS at the time. In the upper left-hand corner is the episode I did on, of course, the show I mentioned that got parodied on this, Sesame Street. The upper right-hand corner is the episode I did on the Electric Company. Or go to the bottom left-hand corner and see the TV log I did for this show, Zoom, the original series from 1972. On the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., as well as Do You Remember, then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.